Welcome, niche website builders, to Age Domain Tuesday.
The remix.
How's it going, Adam?
Mm.
New week. Well, kind of new week. New week of live streams.
New week of live streams. Yeah, good. Thanks. It's it's same as Thornton's in the chat has said that it's too hot in Germany right now, and I feel him. It's too hot here in the UK. It's crazy hot. Way too hot to be doing anything really.
Yeah. Officially the hottest day is on record in the UK.
Yeah.
Nearly 40 degrees parts of the UK. So
officially, and you're like, oh, I love this weather. I could stay here forever. And then we have 1 or 2 nice days here in the UK. And we're like, oh my God, it's too hot.
It's different, isn't it? Because like there's two things. Like one, it's generally, well, not everywhere, but like often you'll find the heat's drier rather than humid. We get quite humid here. So like it's not a nice heat. So it's not comfortable. Whereas like dry heat feels okay. Like when I was a kid, I always say I went on holiday to a place called Palm Desert, which is near Palm Springs in the US in California. And it was like 125 like every day. Like Fahrenheit, I don't even know what that is in, it's probably like 50 or something. But like it's fine. You could like walk about in it, lay and sunbathe in it, like or whatever, and it was fine because it was so dry. Like it just felt like it was in an oven. Just didn't feel like you didn't even really sweat.
Yeah,
it just because there was no moisture. It was just like it was fine. Yeah, and the other thing is like you go to other countries and they're ready for it, they're cut out for it. So you can walk somewhere and go into a shop and it's air conditioned, and it's like or a room and it's air conditioned. Like here, like I've got air conditioning here, but that's like rare, right? But like you go most places and you just have to sweat it out with loads of other people in the room.
Or you just go on holidays typically and you just spend time in the pool drinking cocktails and beers around the pool, right? So it's different.
Keeping cool in a different way. Yeah, that's true. That's true, yeah.
But yeah, it's good. I had more of my tattoo done today, which probably not a great idea in this warm weather. On a leather chair with cling film on the bottom, so it stays nice and clean. And I was just sticking to it, and very enjoyable. But I did start reading a cool book, which is about Instagram and how Instagram grew and the whole crazy. I didn't realize Instagram was only 18 months old when it was acquired by Facebook. Such a short space of time, and they only had 13 employees, and they were acquired for $1 billion, or what was the equivalent in Facebook stock at the time. But yeah, it's an interesting book about how they grew and kind of the fires they had to put out before. And I'm only like, I'd say a third of the way, and they've just got acquired, and now the rest of the book is going to be their fight for kind of independence within Facebook and all kinds of stuff like that. But yeah, it's really cool, really interesting book so far.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. I've also had a bit of an injury on my head.
Yeah, bashed you in.
Had a fight with a tree. No, I took a wrong turning and then instantly realized I took a wrong turning and turned around and walked into a branch of a tree, which was quite painful at the time.
That sounds like, you need a cooler story. That sounds like such a dad story, a dad injury.
See, that just shows how tall I am. Everyone thinks I'm short on like, on the live streams. 6 foot tall, swinging around with the trees. Yeah. Awesome. So yeah, let's have a look at who's already here. So we've got Tony, we've got Eleanor, we have Thorsten, we've got Tim, we've got Daniel, and that's Birdie. So we've got those here for now. Quite quiet on the streams again. I don't think like us not having a topic on Age Domain Tuesday. I'm just doing the teardowns. Definitely been quieter since we stopped doing that. So maybe we need to start doing topics again. The problem is there's only so many topics that we can do on Age Domains. So we don't want to repeat ourselves. But like, yeah, if you've got any ideas about like what stuff you'd like to know or topics you think we should cover, then yeah, we'll try and come up with some more as well. But definitely it seems more popular if we've got a topic to talk about for sure. Or maybe everyone's just out in the sun right now. Where's Thornston? Where are you,
Germany.
Thornston? Yeah. Oh, Germany. Oh, yeah. Dry heat. Yeah. Cool. So, bit of housekeeping. If you're new around here, don't forget to subscribe. Sometimes we talk about topics too. But if you subscribe, we have other shows where we always talk about topics. So on Website Investing Show, we've always got topics that we cover. We sometimes have guests on. We also have the Niche Lifestyle Show, which is a shared show with Doug Cunnington and Alex Cooper from WP Eagle, and we rotate that on our channels. So check out the channels in the description there to sign up to their channels too, so you don't miss a Niche Lifestyle Show. And that one is generally more about what it's like making money online and more about, essentially kind of making a living. And it's kind of, don't go deep technical, but more kind of,
more philosophical, isn't it?
Yeah, a bit more philosophical.
More usually light-hearted, but last couple of episodes have been quite deep, so maybe not so much light-hearted as philosophical.
Talking about happiness and stuff, yeah. Cool. If we get enough likes by the end of the video, I think it's likely, given we've got 12 people kicking about on here at the moment, then if we get 35 likes, we'll do a draw. We'll probably do anyone anyway, but don't tell the people that come on later. Like the show, like this episode, and encourage everybody else. More people like it, the more we show up in the YouTube algorithm and get more people signing up and subscribing to the show. I had a meow just before the episode, actually, just before we started streaming.
I wish I heard that. I still haven't heard the meow.
Yeah, so we're nearly getting towards 3K now, so that's pretty good. If you haven't already, sign up for the Building Empires event in January, February. We already hit round 1 in June. If you go to building.empires.live, you can go and watch the previous videos from the event in June or the replays, or you can go and register for the new event. So lots of great speakers last time. Go and check those out. Let's not talk about internal linking. We have launched a new internal linking service though, so go and check it out. That's on our site at nichewebsite.builders. And also check out the link in the description for the latest deals at Niche Website Builders. So today, we're going to do a couple of Age Domain teardowns. We haven't got any guests today. We have some guests the last couple of weeks, but we will be opening up to Q&A. So if you've got any questions, feel free to hit them in the chat. We'll probably save them to the end unless they're really in context with what we're talking about at the time. But yeah, feel free to pop some questions in and we will cover them at the end.
Quick question is, Mark, your plant is dying. Needs fertilizing. Tony says your...
Is that this one again?
Pilia? I don't know how to pronounce that. Pilia? It's dying.
You know what? Is that? I guess this is this one. So it's got some bits at the bottom, but I don't know if that's because it might have got a bit drier. It wasn't being watered. Hang on.
Mark's now dramatically trying to save the plant live on air.
There you go, Tony. He's probably going to tell me that's the wrong stuff now, but let's get some in there, shall we? Hang on.
You should be on Tony's channel, mate. You should go. You should do guest appearances on Tony's channel.
I can't remember how many times I was supposed to put that in. I didn't put it in for ages. I just put loads in. Probably wrong as well. Probably going to kill it from too much stuff. Now I've got stuff on my hand. I don't think I should have that on my hand either. Oh, well. I'll wipe it on my shorts. Sorry. Anyway, gardening live. Cool. All right. Thanks for the tip, Tony. Okay, so we've got a couple of great new domains we're doing teardown for today, and then Q&A at the end, as I say. So I had some tech issues before this, and I'm not quite set back up. So Adam's going to go ahead and do his first. We've got a yoga domain and slot machines domain. So I'll let you go first.
Put the graphic over. Oh, you've got it up. Cool. So I am going to cover an interesting one today because, typically we kind of stay away from. I think we stay away from these kinds of domains. Typically, don't come up very often. In this kind of space, in the gambling space. And when they do, usually they're not great quality, or they've been used as some part of some kind of spam or network. And I think this is the first one that we've actually found that actually looks decent. It passes all of our tests, all of our metrics, and it's in the space. So we thought, why not? Let's pick it up and let's have a go. So it's in the broadly, it's in the like gambling space, casino space, but more deeper down or niche down, it's in the slot space. And there's tons of money to be made in this space. It is a competitive space, as we'll see in a little bit. But the rewards and the payouts can be huge. I'm sure you're all aware that gambling space is massive in terms of affiliate payouts, and you get this kind of lifetime reoccurring commission from certain affiliate programs, or most of the affiliate programs. That's how they work. You sign someone up to an online casino or gambling site, and you get this lifetime ongoing commission. So I've seen stories of people making lots and lots of money a long time after they've stopped promoting some of these programs because of that kind of ongoing lifetime commission. So it is a lot of work up front, and it is a competitive space to play in. But once you're in that space and once the site is established, and you don't even need a ton of traffic, like this isn't the site where you're going to try and generate hundreds of thousands of page views and monetize it with display ads. You literally need a couple of thousand page views per month to make this quite a profitable website and quite a profitable space to be in. So this website is 13 years old. It's got a DR of 15. It's got backlinks from WikiHow, WebWiki, Silverado Casino, CasinoFavorites.com, Top 10 Casino Websites.net. So it's got some fairly decent DR backlinks from kind of niche relevant websites. And I found two competitors. One of them is that focus specifically on slots and come at it from a different angle rather than kind of free spins. Lots of the websites out there and competitors come at this from here's free spins, play the slot games live on a website for free, and then try and get you to sign up. These two that we're going to look at today come at it from a different angle, on more of how to win at slots in physical locations, for example, and a slightly different angle rather than the more competitive play free slots online, which is quite competitive. So without further ado, let me share my screen and show you this domain. Cool. So I'm just going to zoom in a little bit on my browser, because I don't know if people can see properly when it's zoomed out fully on Ahrefs, but this should be better now that it's zoomed in a little bit. So this is the domain, DR18, 86 referring domains, and you can see that I used to get traffic, not a ton of traffic, but the website's been around for 15 years. And Ahrefs only goes back to kind of end of 2015. It doesn't go back any further than that, really, but we can see it had some traffic, which is good. But the website wasn't updated. You'll see when we have looking way back, the design pretty much stayed the same, and there was just base of content. There wasn't even a ton of content on there, and that was never really updated. So there wasn't much to work with, but Google liked the site enough to give it some traffic and some prominence in this quite competitive space. So this is what the website looks like. Like I said, it did look kind of basic. This was in 2011, and it had mainly informational types of articles. So how to play slot machines, the different types of slot machines. So you've got classic slots, bonus slots machine, fruit machines, etc. Went into the different parts, so how reels work and pay tables and loyalty cash slots, etc. What the different symbols mean. Having been to Vegas for my honeymoon, I was very, very confused about what the symbols mean. And in all honesty, I was just putting money into some of these slots, and I didn't even know if I was winning until it either said I'd won nothing, or it was lighting up saying I'd won, because I honestly didn't really know what they meant. Slot machine features, so free spins, bonus games, and it basically tells you again what some of the sub games were, so what some of the bonus games were, etc. And then it's got a little bit about history of slot machines, payout rates, and strategies and tips, etc. So this is the website, a fairly basic website, mostly covering informational-based content. And this is in 2012 and 13 and 15 and 17. They did add this little bit here, which was, I think, their attempt to monetize it. So like a little offer that came out on the left-hand side, and you could basically click and get sent to one of these one of these partners. And the design changed a little bit, but you can see it's still the same stuff. How to play slot machines, insides of a slot machine, reels, pay tables, the different types, etc. And this is it in 2021, and this is it in 2022. And this is kind of where it went offline then. So it basically stayed the same during all that time. For 15 years, the design had been changed once, I think. The content had stayed the same pretty much throughout. When we have a look at the anchor text, we can see that this no text one here, it's an interesting one. You see this usually on kind of like scraper type websites, those annoying sites which there's endless discussion on Facebook groups about should you disavow them or should you leave them. We just think leave them because Google knows they're kind of scraper type websites, but they almost always link with this no text anchor text. So kind of ignore that. If you see that on your own site, it's a sign that you've attracted some kind of scraper websites. Happens in pretty much every niche, and you can pretty much ignore that. And then you've got Slot Machine Basics, slotmachinebasics.com, teach me how to play the slots. It's nice and branded at the top, and then kind of what you would expect a little bit further down here then. Nothing really out of line here. And like I said, we spent ages looking at doing our due diligence on this because it's almost, we've never seen it in 2.5 years, finding a domain in this space that actually hasn't been spammed or used within some kind of network. So we spent ages kind of doing our due diligence on this, and there's nothing in here, and we've gone right the way through that you would expect to see that's not normal, that you wouldn't expect to see basically. And then if we look at the referring domains, again, this is kind of what I showed up on the first page, but we've got things from SourceForge and WebWiki, and there's this silverocasino.com and casinofavorite.com and top 10 casino websites.net, casino.lgen.com. So there's some, a couple or handful of niche relevant backlinks there. I definitely think in this space that if you were to go into this space, you would have to invest in a link building campaign, probably ongoing links if you wanted to be successful in this space. But this is a good start and a good foundation. You're not starting from zero. You're not starting with a fresh domain. I think it would be exponentially more difficult to get into this space if you were starting with a fresh domain. And then we look at the best pages by incoming links, and lots of them go to the homepage, and then there's a couple of pages on here that we would definitely want to recreate, not just because they've got links pointing to them, but I think they're useful and helpful pages. So part about insides of certain types of slot machines. Then we've got payout rates. This is a big one. Then we've got slot machine types, so multi-line, progressive, and we probably want to recreate all of the different types. You see also on here that they've got classic, bonus, fruit machines, loyalty slot machines, progressive. Probably want to recreate all of those, to be honest, to kind of make sure that we cover. If we're going to do types of slot machines, we might as well do them all. And then same for the symbols. We've got, this one talks about scatters and things like that. We want to recreate lots of this content. And when we look back at the page, the website back in 2016, almost as far back as we can go, you can see it only really had 32 pages anyway. So we probably want to recreate lots of these. They don't have to be very long pieces of content, but we'd want to recreate lots of this because I think it's helpful and would be useful for the new website. And this is what the website used to rank for in 2016, 2,500 keywords, and it was ranking for things. It was ranking position number 1 for slot machine payouts, 400 search volume per month. And like I say, you don't need a ton of traffic in this space because the programs and the affiliate offers are so lucrative. You don't need tons and tons of traffic. You don't need 100,000. You don't need 50,000 page views. You just need a couple of thousand page views to make this quite lucrative for you. You still rank for types of gambling machines, casino payouts by state. That'll be awesome because you could do each state where gambling is, where you can play in casinos, the types, history. So it's a nice mixture of old keywords that were relevant. And like I say, we went through this pretty much all the pages to make sure that there was nothing bad in here. And it's all what you would expect to see from a healthy domain. So what would we do with this? There's kind of two avenues to go down. The first one is kind of like I mentioned at the start, this free slots kind of area. And it's basically where they'll try and get you to come on their website to play free slots. And usually it's like a demo of a popular slot game, and you get to play a certain amount of it. and they're for free on the website. It's almost embedded on the website. And then from there, they then encourage you to sign up and play it at the real casino, play the real game, play the full game. But in all honesty, that space is really crowded. It's really competitive. And also it looks like, I'm assuming there's some kind of API or some kind of technology tool that you need to pull in those free slot games to embed them on your website, because lots of them have, I think I saw one of them had like 4,000 different free slots you could play on the website. There's no way they've gone and added those 4,000 manually. There's some kind of feed that they're pulling in from there. And I imagine they have a relationship with some kind of data provider or with some of these casinos or with some of these slot providers to pull that in. So that space could be something to explore in the future. But the other angle to go down is more of these two that we're going to look at now. So one is Professor Slots. The first thing I noticed about this is that it's not secure. It doesn't have a HTTPS, which is crazy for a website in 2022. And that initially gives you an idea, kind of, I think, like an idea that if they're not using HTTPS, how good are they at SEO in general, or are they just interested in the space more than anything? And I get that. I think that's the case here because they do consulting. It's for them. I think this is more of a passion rather than an SEO project. So I think there's space here to come in and have a look at what these guys are doing and kind of learn from them and do a better job. So if we look at these guys, they are DR34, so they are stronger than our website. And like I said at the start, if you're going to come into the space, you're going to have to invest in link building. They've been around for some time, but really they only started growing in kind of mid 2020. So really that's kind of like 2 years worth of growth there. And according to Ahrefs, they get around 14,000 visitors per month, which is about, probably in reality, about 30,000 page views per month or 30,000 actual visitors per month in real terms. And they've got 255 pages. So not a ton of content, not a massive amount of content, not a massive amount of traffic, but like I say, you don't need a ton of traffic in this space. And if we have a look at some of their content, we can see what kind of content they're doing. And they're doing how to choose a slot machine. And it talks to you about kind of how you pick them and how you read kind of what the combinations are and things like that, and how to avoid like some of the worst slot machines, etc. This one talks about how to win more often during your Las Vegas visit. Lots of people are searching for this, how to win when you go to Las Vegas. And this just kind of talks kind of like about Nevada payout return limits, knowing your Nevada gaming stats, and check the most recent payout return stats, and all this stuff is available. Like you can go and look for stats. The stats are reported each year, so this is not like their own proprietary data that they've found. You can go and look up the same stats yourself. And if we notice here, they've also got these bar symbols, and our old website, if you notice, had a page on the different types of symbols. And so I think this fits nicely with the content that used to be on the website. These guys are doing something similar, obviously getting some decent results. They also talk about location-based content, which obviously we're a fan of. And this talks about slot machine gaming in Tennessee and Kentucky and Florida, Illinois, Georgia, South Carolina. So that kind of content is, we love geographical-based content. It's what we love to create. So, and if we have a look at them, they cover different things in here, like legal states on gambling. Can you own slot machines privately, and all different types of rules and different things that you have to be aware of in each state. But as I mentioned before, these pieces of content, they're not even massively long. If we look at them, this one here is 600 words. Like it's not massive. There's not a ton to write on each of the different state laws. So even though they've got 255 pages, they haven't got 255 pages of content that's 5,000 words each. So I think this is a real opportunity to come in and have a look what these guys are doing. Like I said, they've got a higher DR, so you'd have to do some link building, but I think this is a good competitor for us to look at. And then we've got this one then, which is knowyourslots.com. And they do something very similar. It's not about the free slots. It's not about coming to play the free games, but it's more informational based content. And if we have a look at them, they're a DR31. So again, stronger than ours, but slightly weaker than this Professor Slots. interestingly, their growth kind of started happening roughly around the same time as Professor Slots. They're a little bit further ahead. They're probably getting close to 50,000 people to the site per month. But they've got more content, quite a bit more content. They've got 1,000 pieces of content on here. But with 50,000 visits, they're probably making quite a bit of money on the conversion there to different affiliate programs. And their content, again, is all very much informational based. So how to find your favorite slots at a casino, how to check your casino offers from Royal Caribbean. I thought this one was really interesting. This is just like a tag page, like a category page. That's it. Like, that's all they've done. And they've created this this silo of content all about the game called Slot Queen. So Slot Queen, yeah, different, all about different different aspects of this one game. And they've, for somehow, I don't know how, they've managed to rank this tag page at position number 4 for Slot Queen, which gets 8,000 searches a month, which I think is crazy. And I think that's a good opportunity. If you were to look at creating a silo of content all around Slot Queen and then had all that feeding into an actual page rather than a tag page like this, an actual page of the overview of Slot Queen and how it's played and pairs and stuff, I think there's opportunity there to kind of come up into these top positions for a decent search volume, for a search where that has good intent. If people are searching for that, they probably want to play it, and that's when you can then send them over to the casinos to play. Yeah, basically mostly informational based content here. Understanding the dancing drum slot machine, are slot machine bonuses predetermined, and yeah, a bit more content, but I think there's a good opportunity here. So how we'd approach this is probably we would look at both of these websites in together. We would do a tomb raiding strategy on these and pull out which pieces of content we think we would start with. We would also couple that with what pieces of content we would want to recreate and make sure there's no duplicates. And that's the starting point. And then we would probably always also recommend a link building campaign to kind of go along with it. So as the content's going live and being created and pushed, you're also starting to build that authority and that your domain rating within the space as well. And that's it. That is my coverage of this week's domain.
Well, Chris says streamer's gone funky.
Oh no,
that means
that doesn't sound good.
More technical issues. Is funky good or funky bad? And let me just
I hope it was just at the start when I started sharing my screen.
It looks all right now.
Okay.
I just had a look on YouTube. It's fine. It seems fine. So.
Okay, cool. Good.
Cool. So,
what do you think about that space, Mark? Like gambling, casino, slots. We've never really been in there, but that looks like a decent opportunity.
It does, just because, like you say, the money that's available in the affiliate programs and stuff is just enormous.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've never gone down that route because it's challenging. Yeah, because it's challenging, but also if you start from scratch, it's you've got a long way to go. But yeah, like there's always opportunities even in the most challenging niches. So I think that one could be huge in terms of income at some point. I think it's one of those ones. It's like I got a low risk, high reward, I guess. Like give it a go, and like, if it comes off, it could be fantastic. So
yeah, for sure.
I like it. Cool. So moving on to the second one then, which is this. So Yoga Domain. It's been around for about 17 years, which is really good. So it's plenty old. That's a DR37, so quite strong, strongish kind of authority site. And you can see why. It's got some really good backlinks here. So Huffington Post, Daily Mail, CBS Local, Yellow Pages, Inquirer, Expertise.com. It's even got YogaAlliance.org, which is high authority kind of yoga niche specific site as well. So this domain's good because it's only got 430 referring domains, but they are pretty good authority. So let me share my screen. Okay.
I always forget to do this bit. I always forget to show it on our website first.
Yeah, that's true actually. So yeah, there it is on the website. So this is Eleanor has already done a review of this on the site, an expert analysis. So you can kind of go and check that out as well and get her thoughts on this domain. But yeah, well, we always forget to mention is the domains that we've got in this teardown are available to go and purchase on our sites with a content package and a done for you site all ready to go. So we'll do everything for you, from the keyword research to the writing to the uploading and everything. So yeah, let's jump into this one then. So I think I'm going to say Diana Yoga. I could well be wrong there, but we're going to go with that. So this was originally a yoga, like a physical place where people went to go and do yoga. As you can see, they kind of covered loads of stuff. So the domain's been around for a while. I have not shown you. I've got them in the wrong order. So this is kind of quite an old one.
Tech issues that we talked about. Your way back wasn't working, so I had to send you the links, but obviously they've come up in different order.
They have, yeah. And I just tried it on a different browser whilst you were talking, and it seemed to work. It was just on Chrome. So yeah, and Chrome Incognito wasn't working either, was it? So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I tried a different browser and it was fine. So yeah, the funny thing about this one, it's the same place that has had this site over the years. So the physical yoga place, yoga studio, but they did change their design on their design quite a few times, kind of over the years. I suppose they have been around for a while, but yeah, they did change it up a little bit. But it's all been the same owner over time, which is good. It hasn't been picked up by anybody else and used in an abusive way. It's all very legit in terms of its history. Oh, hang on. It's a DR26. Did it say 37? I think it must be just wrong on the graphic. So it's a DR26. Has it lost its authority recently? I guess not.
No, not since we've had it. So mistake on the graphic.
Mistake on the graphic. I think it must have been left over from the last one. Yeah, so it's DR26. Taking a look at kind of the anchor text, you can see, like we always say this, but we're trying to reiterate it so you know kind of what to look for if you're looking for domains yourself. Branded anchor is what we want to look for. So you can see it's heavily branded anchor text there, which is great. And anything else, any other anchors that are there are completely, natural and usual. So it's in Philadelphia, as you can see, this original yoga studio. But everything there is kind of exactly what you'd hope and expect to see in terms of anchor text. In terms of the links coming into individual pages, heavily focused at the homepage again, which is a good sign. That is kind of natural. You'd expect most of the links to be to the homepage. We have got a few other pages here that have some decent links. I did briefly check them out on Wayback Machine, and there's nothing particularly like you'd really want to recreate, and they're kind of getting quite low down here. So like that events page had like 2 events just as text links on it, for example. So there's a couple of things that we may consider recreating. Otherwise, we'll just redirect these pages or these old URLs to an appropriate place on the site. There's nothing that's got a huge number of links that we'd want to make use of or recreate specific pages for. Again, just to reiterate some of the backlinks as we mentioned before. So got Huffington Post, Daily Mail. We've got an EDU link there, CBS Local, Yellow Pages, Expertise.com, Inquirer.com, Yahoo.com, Lyft. So lots and lots of really good authority sites there, which is just what you hope to get when you're picking up an H domain. It doesn't always work out like that. And there's a bunch of like kind of yoga specific related links in there as well. So going on to like some sites that we could look to imitate. So this one's the first one here is called the Yoga Nomads, and they've got an interesting twist on their site. So this is very much focused at teachers and training for yoga teachers rather than focusing on the student specifically. So if we take a look at what they offer in terms of services, assume this is No, that's the wrong page. Courses, sorry. So they do run courses, but it's not what you'd expect. It's not yoga courses. So it's marketing courses. It's yoga website courses. So yeah, so a little bit different there. So you'll see some of the examples in a minute. You know, the people are selling yoga courses off the back of it. This is very much slightly different take on it. They're doing very well as a site. In fact, you know, come the kind of May kind of core update, they're quite definitely kind of the ones that benefited, which is around here, right? And
Yeah.
they're at 88,000, and now they're at like 200,000. And it was kind of going up in a good line anyway, but you can kind of see that. I don't know if we zoom in, maybe might be a bit more clear. You can see from here. I mean, it's my site. I think that's might be why the stream's slowing down, because my computer is still playing up here.
I think Ahrefs is really slow at the moment as well, isn't it? There's something going on there. It's been slow for months now.
Yeah, what is going on with Ahrefs? Like, it's been, yeah, I can't even. That's not even doing anything now.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Oh mate, your computer's having a meltdown. Should have got a PC. You're on a Mac.
Oh look, it's completely broken now. Now what do I do? All of my Ahrefs tabs have just gone, vanished. No. Okay, let's try again. Let's try again within a year. There you go. So I mean, it did. You can see it was going that way, and you can see it's in the May update. It kind of took a look. It's not very obvious there, but wow, does it make a difference? Because you'd have ended up down here somewhere, and now you've ended up there. So yeah, if I go into the top pages here, so I mean, how to prevent camel toe is like their #1 traffic generator, which is pretty funny. But they've got like you know, chakra symbols, and they've got lots of affiliate kind of content in there as well. So this is tank tops, this is yoga shorts. So yeah, there's some good. They've got a good mix of affiliate and info based content here. But you can see the traffic that these terms are generating, you know, are really pretty good. What we'll say is it's a DL43, so it's kind of, we've got some work to get there, but a 43 is not like huge. It's not something that we couldn't expect to achieve kind of over time. So yeah, some great great examples here of content. Only 468 pages, and they're generating nearly 200,000 according to Ahrefs, but it's probably could be 400,000 given that Ahrefs generally under reports. So it's a good example, I think. There's this one called Yoga Point, which I'm just going to refresh these as well now. We're going to refresh a couple at a time because I want to break it again. So this one's actually even higher. So it's a 54. We have got some lower ones coming up. I've got some lower ones coming up, should I say. So this one's been around for like long time, this site. It's only getting around 50,000, considering it's the DR that it is. It's only got 398 pages though still. So it's still not a particularly high number of pages, but the angle that they take is slightly different. There's definitely a lot of info content in here, but yoga for menstruation. And I think, there is some like yoga poses and stuff in here, which is quite a common theme. So I think what you'll see amongst all of these sites is there's definitely a clear path to follow in terms of yoga sites. And there's a few different things that, that we would, a few different angles in terms of like yoga poses and how you can use yoga. And it's got here, yoga for diabetes and that kind of thing. And I think that's why, it's good to come up with a mix of sites and, use something like our tomb raiding keyword research method to identify, the best opportunities amongst, all the different angles that these yoga sites have taken. So this one here is Yoga Rove. These guys also run courses. So they got Yoga Foundations program, Yoga Pages membership. They got digital guides to grab your email address. You can go ahead and download. Little quiz here as well. So and they've even got their own little shop. So you can see, clearly what their goal is. There's a number of ways that they're kind of monetizing their site. I'm not sure if they've monetized their blogs through ads or whether it's all about yeah, they haven't monetized through ads. So it's all about these other monetization methods. They have they don't have any kind of ads on there. I also should have mentioned that with the Nomads, they also have. Let's go in here. They also have like a bunch of PDF downloads here to go and grab your email address. So Yoga Rove. Let's refresh these. Maybe I'll do that ahead of time next time. So DR35, so much closer to the DR that we're already working with. Not huge traffic right here, 29,000. But again, I thought it's kind of worth looking at what the angle they've taken. So again, it's yoga poses, but they've got, yoga poses for two, how to do sun salutation for beginners, yoga symbols, yoga poses, again, sitting yoga poses, yoga quotes. And they've got other things like that, like yoga jokes, I think somewhere I saw. So again, like a slightly different, kind of more light-hearted angle in some of the content that they've got. But, a whole bunch of kind of different stuff there. This one is doing particularly well. I'll come back to it. I'll just upload these first. Oh, sorry, reload these first. So you can take a look along the top here. So we've got poses, we've got practice, we've got philosophy, encyclopedia, buyer's guides, and lifestyle. So clearly kind of like a content site here. I don't know if they've got any ads on their page site either. Doesn't look like they have. So definitely missing an opportunity there. If we take a look at them, DR20, so lower than what we're working with. Well, again, like you can see, this one, I think there's a few that I've got here that have. Oh, that's it. No, they started off in June, so it wasn't so much the May update that they were affected by. But again, so doing really well, taking off really quickly. Currently at around 38,000, probably more like 60 or 70,000. DR20, as I say, if we take a look at the pages, just 271 pages. So they've got, again, yoga poses for two. And this maybe is the one that I was more thinking of. So they've got the yoga jokes, they got the challenges, 54 funniest yoga memes. So lots of these guys have gone down the listicle route. You got 26 Bikram yoga poses. So they've kind of gone down some listicle and doing quite well with some of their listicle content as well. 118 mantras for anxiety there. So yeah, you can see, I think there's a few of them that I've got really, the menu kind of gives a really good breakdown of all the different places that you could kind of end up going down for a yoga site. We'll jump into a couple more real quick. They kind of repeating themselves a little bit, but I picked them also for a reason. Again, mostly about the type of content that they've got on their site. So we've got this one's a DR40. And we're back. DR40, 63,000 here. 656 pages, so a few more pages. Again, symbols, yoga poses. I remember why I specifically picked this one now. I mean, this one's a really good looking site, I think. Looks very professional. I don't know if they've got ads either. What is it with no ads in yoga? Maybe ads aren't good for meditation.
No ads. They'll probably all got different business models. If they're selling courses, right, they want to go down the Miles Beckler route. They want to funnel people into their email chain and then sell them the course, I imagine.
Yeah, I think it's, if they want to be credible businesses as well, I guess they're trying to do that. But we know that some ads don't make too much difference in that respect. But I don't know that these guys have off. It seems to be all blog.
So yeah, interesting one.
I'm not sure. Let's have a look in their content again.
Right, one thing to check, and I've seen this a couple of times. I'm like, oh, this site doesn't have ads. And then if I go to what is this site built with, and have a look, they've got Google, they've got ads code on the site. They're just not displaying for you. Like you might not be one of the people the ad network want to bid on, especially if you've just been to 5 or 6 other yoga websites in a row.
Yeah, weird. I mean, yeah, is that a lot? But yeah, maybe that is the case. But anyway, hard yoga poses, Ashtanga yoga poses, symbols, couples yoga poses, 10 beginners. I mean, the traffic each of these kind of gets is fantastic. So, and it's kind of endless. There's, we've shown lots of sites with 400, 500, 600 pages, but a lot of them are taking different angles. There's different. I mean, once you go down the poses, but they're all within the same, and it's like I say, it's a very clear path of where you want to go. And with this, and this one again is kind of all blog and review like based content. See an ad definitely at the bottom of that one.
Yeah, I just looked up that the other one, the yoga practice, and there's no ads on there, which is interesting. Yogapractice.com.
So yeah, what they're doing, I mean, it must be just for fun, because and they've got missing an opportunity there, because they're probably out doing 50,000 or something visitors. So I should contact them and tell them. This one again, pretty low. It's only 18,000, but only 139 pages. So again, this is probably a bit too affiliate based. It's all best of type content, but they've been around for a while. They've been pretty stable for a while. I kind of should remember why I'd picked all these kind of later ones. They've got some versus stuff here specifically, but like I say, it's a clear route to success, and it doesn't seem too competitive. Based on these domains, these are 28 as well, and how they're managing to compete for keywords. And there's a huge amount of opportunity, it would seem, in the yoga space. So our friends over at Authority Hacker have listed some of the best affiliate programs here, kind of specifying the Yoga Club affiliate program is 15% with a 30-day cookie. This one's up to 15%, base rate of 6% with a 30-day cookie. So I won't go into all of them. But, as you can imagine, there's loads and loads of yoga affiliate programs. There's a whole bunch more there from this site. I think that just about covers it. So I think there's a number of different routes you can take, but you might as well. You could easily cover all of them, like within a certain period of time. It'll take you a while, but although it's quite. You'd think yoga was quite a narrow kind of area. Actually, there's quite a lot of content you could create that and generate quite a lot of traffic, as the Yoga Nomads site shows. They're doing fantastically. So,
and I'm assuming if you could start with the display ad route or down that kind of route first, the low hanging fruit, and then even if you didn't want to make your own course, you could become an affiliate for other people's course in the space. It definitely seems like there's lots of those out there, right?
Definitely, yeah. I think I should have pointed that out. Yes, I mean there's the opportunity for downloadables, opportunity for courses, opportunity for, depending how that way inclined you are. I mean to create a YouTube channel as well. Again,
going even further than that, I imagine there's yoga retreats, and there's the opportunity to review different yoga retreats around the world and monetize with booking.com and all kinds of depends how far you wanted to take it, right?
Yeah, I didn't research that actually. Yeah, because we've done things like that, haven't we, for different types of holidays around the world, and that can do quite well, especially because they're normally bigger purchases because they're holidays. Yoga retreats would probably be quite a good one. It'd be worth taking a look at that. But that's another good.
Yeah, the pages we've done some in the past, and the pages can cover things like if you need visas, if you need any vaccines to go to different countries, what currency you need to take, what travel insurance is recommended, all that kind of stuff can go into those kinds of pages as well then.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, food for thought for that one, for sure. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, so hopefully that was useful for everybody. As I say, they're available on the Niche Website Builder site should you have an interest in either of those niches and building a site. Any questions, Adam, at all?
Nope, none. Quite on the question front today.
Just the stream has gone funky. I think that's my computer. I bought this desktop Mac, which was bottom of the row Mac Mini, really low, about the lowest spec you can get on it, and it's not even the new chip or anything because I don't think they're even out yet. Because I always used to use. I've got this MacBook Pro, plug that in. That was never any problems. And this one's kind of been fine, but as soon as you have too many browsers and too many tabs open, it starts to slow down. And I only use it. I left it there because it's convenient now.
So where is your laptop?
I've got it now. It's just in the house at the moment. But I used to just come out and plug my laptop in. But then what happened to my laptop? Something happened, didn't it?
Yeah. So there's keyboard, wasn't it?
I can't even remember now.
Again, mate, Apple, unreliable, doesn't work.
Yeah, because I don't think it was even getting repaired. I can't remember now. Oh no, that was it. I think the screen cracked. My kid sat on it or something, and it cracked, so I couldn't see anything on the screen. And in fact, that was I think that's why. So took it to the Apple Store, got repaired, that kind of thing. All right. MacBook Pro. Well, the new ones don't get hot, Tony. Actually, hang on. I just realised that
I'm not seeing any questions. My last tech is going wrong today. My last comment I can see is Chris saying the stream's gone funny.
I think that's part of what was going funny. So hang on, there are comments. Let me just check if there's any questions that we've missed. Oh, it's back. So I think the stream did go funky. I think that was when I was just trying to load up all the tabs when I had the tech issues. I was trying to load everything up with Wayback Machine and everything, and kind of probably slowed it down whilst you were talking because I'm hosting the stream. So maybe you start hosting the stream. Maybe that'd be better. Arizona is the usual for summer today. Blah blah. 110. Yeah. So Al Couch says it's 110, but it doesn't feel hot. One of my first domains was Strike It. One of the first domains was Strike It Rich, says Al Couch. Is that strikeitrich.com? I wonder if that's a slots site. Chris Miles is here. Welcome, Chris. Hi, Waves here. Welcome. Yeah. Sorry.
No questions.
Priced. Al Couch. Priced. I don't know. I'm actually talking about the laptop price. Yeah, the new MacBooks are like really fast and they just don't get hot. I think even the what they call the lightweight ones. They don't even have fans in them. They just they stay so cool they don't even need fans. Unlike yours, which is like probably keeps you cool. Those fans.
It's like an airplane. Mine is.
Okay. Yeah. So and Thorsten's just saying that he liked Eleanor's video on the domain. He's already watched it. So awesome. I watched it earlier too, and it's very good. So, that's it then. I think nothing more to say.
No questions.
No questions in there. I think we can kind of wrap it up. So just we'll do a merch run, even though we're at 19 people. When you start getting some topics for these shows again, I think. But we'll say sorry by doing a merch draw. For this week, we have on Thursday, we've got setting up custom category pages on Thursday as the thing. That was a request that we had on one of the live streams or after the live stream. So we're going to do that, how to set up your own custom category pages, which I definitely recommend. And tomorrow on the Niche Lifestyle Show, which is over on Alex's channel, WP Eagle, sign up in the description, setting up a website and finding a niche. So less lifestyle, more hands-on for that episode. I think Alex said he used Jasper to generate some titles for the Niche Lifestyle Show. I think the Jasper didn't realize it was about lifestyle and not actually how to build a website, because all of the ones he's got is now like all technical stuff on how to build a website, which isn't what he's planning. I think you've gone. Have you gone on mute?
I don't think so.
Can't hear you now. You're gone. Unless it's me. Might be me.
It's probably you, Mark. Your headphones.
We should probably wrap it up in that case. So type something in the chat if you want to. Be part of the draw for the merch. If you don't type something in the next 2 minutes, then you won't be in the draw. That's just the way it works on YouTube. Okay, just me. This is just getting worse, isn't it? Just me or you. Hey, everyone can hear you. They can't hear me.
Swap it for a PC. You'll have none of you. Can't even hear me. Yeah, never mind.
Damn it.
Oh, I'm going to leave it to you now.
You keep talking.
Okay. It's weird because I can hear you. Right. Well, so this is very strange because I can't even see the comments now. So I'm assuming people are typing in the comments if you want to win some merch. Yeah. And then once that's all done, Mark will add them to the Wheel of Fortune draw. Can you hear me now, Mark?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. I still can't see the comments though. So
yeah, the comments are there. Oh yeah, those comments aren't coming through. Annoyingly. But people are just shouting merch. So all good. Anything else to mention before we go into the draw, Adam?
No, nothing really, to be honest. I don't think so. Probably have more to share towards the end of the week as the week kicks on, but
this is the merch. Carly still hasn't sent us a picture. You know, we got some shirts and caps and mugs. That beautiful merch.
Do the draw. Do the draw. I get the music on.
Get the music on. I'll do the draw. I'm sure this isn't working properly either. There's loads of people typing. We've only got so few people for the draw. Sort of about tech issues today. But we've got some people. Sorry if you type something and you're not in. Maybe it's just some people typing. All right, here we go. Let's just do it. You're in the draw. There's not many. We've got a good chance.
Good chance of winning.
Tony. Tony. Robin. Tony.
Tony. Tony
deserves it for telling me to feed my plant. Plant's feet. He's thanking Tony. So thanks very much, everybody. Tony, you know the deal. You've already got some merch. In fact, you were just in that picture, weren't you? Yeah. Go to Niche Website Builders. Hit us up in the usual way on the chat or in the contact form, and we'll send out some new merch for you.
Sorry for the tech issues this week as well.
Oh yeah.
What's going on here? I decide. It
was terrible. I don't even know why I've got these on. It's not even coming out. So. Anyway, we'll try and get it all. Well, hopefully we'll have more luck tomorrow.
Yes.
On Alex's show on WP Eagle, Niche Lifestyle. Check it out. Okay. I'm going to go. We should go before we speak any longer.
Yes. All right.
Yeah.
Have a good
Catch
night.
you later.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much.